And we live in that living. On your right, look at the white animals. Do you think they live in a forest or a desert? If you say forest, raise your hand. If you say desert, raise your hand. Yep, white reflects the heat of the sun. The bigger whitish gray one moving, that's an addax. The smaller one with the brown neck, that's an Address gazelle. They're from North Africa. North Africa, Sahara Desert. That's why they're light in color that reflects the heat of the sun, keeps you nice and cool. More of them in front. And you see how dry it is? Though we do actually have some green hills in this exhibit on your right. But most of it is dry. Not a lot of vegetation, not a lot of food. So we duplicate their natural environments. Make them feel like they're out in the wild. Lots of babies. Ah. How many of you live in California? Raise your hand if you live in California. Okay, remember the fires in October? Look on your right, up the hill. Ooh, it's getting green now. Wow, it was brown. It was burned. But yeah, it's like it's getting green now. You can see the burnt parts on your right. In fact, if you look on your left, palm tree burnt. Oh, antelope on your left. Oh, question. These black and white antelope on your left, actually they're dark brown and white. Do they live in the forest or the desert? If you say forest, raise your hand. If you say desert, raise your hand. They live in the forest. They're dark in color. They blend into the shadows of the forest. If you said desert, you gave the wrong answer. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And folks, those are sable antelope. Black and white, shadows and light and all that stuff. More of them in front. Baby in front of you on your left, running. Baby in front of you on your left, running. Mommy. Yeah, sable antelope. Ooh, it got burned. Look at this. The fallen tree on your left got burned. So folks, we burned, the fires burned 600 of our acres, almost 1 square mile. Look at all the antelope on your left. You know what? I'm going to start turning on the lights. Because we got lights, sodium lights left and right on the roof. So hopefully, oh sheesh, I'm getting too close to the tram in front. Now if you look on your left, let's talk about the animals. Okay, dark brown sable antelope live in the forest. The gray animals, almost to the base of the hill, those are common wildebeest or white-bearded gnu. Those are antelope. They're gray because they run. They're common wildebeest. They run around in groups of 10,000. Can you imagine 10,000 gray animals running together? You can't figure out which one you're chasing. And then higher up the hill, you got lavender-colored animals. Those are gemsbok. They blend into the sand. And then you got some orange animals in front, orangish tan. In front on your left, up the hill, moving. Those are Patterson's eland. These are all antelope. They're all antelope. Wow, they come in different shapes, sizes, colors. Yes. There is diversity in Africa. You think Africa's just the Sahara Desert? No. North Africa, Sahara Desert. East Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. South Africa, Kalahari Desert. West Africa, you got the tropical rainforest. So folks, and all over Africa, you got grasslands. So Africa's not just one habitat, not just one bioclimatic zone. It's many different bioclimatic zones. On your left, look at the size of these antelope. These are Patterson's eland, and these are actually, I think these are females. They're not that big. They're maybe 1,000 pounds. The male Patterson's eland can get up to 2,200 pounds, folks. 1,000 kilos, basically. Big antelope, the biggest antelope in the world. Our big one here is only 1,300 pounds, though. Ah, look on your left. You see? Ah, here's a rhino. This is Angalifu, our male northern white rhino. This is the most endangered large mammal in the world. Oh, he's spraying! Look at this. And he's going to go now. Look! Walking and peeing at the same time, multitasking. Look at that. And look at the antelope run away from him. Oh, I'm sorry. Above him are springbok. Look at Angalifu's head. His head, we figure, weighs around 800 to 900 pounds. His head is almost half a ton. Does he eat leaves or grass? If you say leaves, raise your hand. If you say grass, raise your hand. He eats grass. His head is too heavy. Yeah. There are 8 left enrolled, most endangered. They live in a war zone. Democratic Republic of Congo. 9 years so far. No northern white rhinos left. All dead. Here we go. You know who eats lots of leaves? On your left. Here come the giraffes. Here we go. And they got the sodium lights on. Look at the difference in color. Black animals, Cape Buffalo. Jigsaw pattern on the coat, the animals, those are the giraffes. Cape Buffalo, you can see them eating grass. There's a baby walking. Cape Buffalo are black because they blend into the daytime or nighttime? They blend into the nighttime. Daytime they stand out. But see, those Cape Buffalo get up to 2,000 pounds, and during the daytime they're going to show up. Look at me, look how big I am, look at that. I'm wearing black clothing. I am Johnny Cash. Yes, I'm the man in black. I'm the Buffalo in black. I am a tough guy. I wear a leather jacket and I ride a Harley. So that black collar basically says, don't mess with me, and they will back up that threat, because they get up to 2,000 pounds and run around in herds of up to 8,000 individuals. Look at that big giraffe. If you are over 6 feet tall, raise your hand. Over 6 feet tall? If you're over 6 feet 6 inches tall, 6.5 feet tall, raise your hand. I guess we can all walk under that giraffe's belly, because that's Ivan, and his belly is, we think, 6 feet 8 inches off the ground. Yeah. And folks, he is, we think, the biggest giraffe in the United States. We're not quite sure though. I think we just got somebody who's taller than he is. And there's a giraffe right here. How come it looks like a jigsaw puzzle? Okay. The spots on the giraffes blend into the shadows from the trees. The white lines between the spots blend into the branches of the trees. So that pattern actually helps them to hide. Those giraffes will hide underneath the trees because they eat lots of leaves anyway. And folks, giraffes, because they're so tall, Ivan's almost 18 feet tall, they can see 2 miles away. They're excellent watchtowers. If a giraffe starts running, everybody starts running. You figure what scares an 18-foot tall, 2,500-pound giraffe is going to scare you. Bye, giraffe. And if you look on your left in front, who's running? In front. Look at them. They're running. They're beginning to run. It's playtime. Nighttime is the right time to be with the ones you love, folks. Springbok on your left. Look at the black stripe on the side. What does that black stripe say? That black stripe says, I'm not a big animal, but that I am a fast animal. That is a racing stripe. That's a Nike swoosh. That stripe says, I'm Jimmy Johnson. I just won an XL Cup. You can't catch me. Neener, neener, neener. There are 49 Springbok in here. Last year there were none. March we put 20 of them in there. They've had 29 babies since March of last year. So folks, that's another way to survive. Have lots of babies. Yeah, because the lions, the leopards, the wild dogs, the hyenas can't possibly eat all the Springbok. Yeah, glut the market. Oh, hold on. You're gonna look on your left past these buildings, and you see the rocks with branches sticking out of them? Those are ostriches, folks, past the buildings. And those ostriches, are just hanging out. And here's Inzi Matu. Inzi turned 4 years old on September 11. He's gonna get sent to another zoo, this giraffe is. So he's in quarantine. He's actually gonna go into a crate. He's gonna go into, I don't know, semi, it's like a transport. Then he's probably gonna go by plane to another zoo, folks. Yeah. Here we go, we're going up the mountain, we're going to Mount Kilimanjaro. And that's the whole point. You give the animals lots of space, make them feel like they're out in the wild. We're the ones who are trapped on the tour vehicle, and the animals exhibit lots of natural wild behavior. We work with other zoos. Just because we're bigger than 99% of all the zoos in the world doesn't mean we're better.